I want to make it clear that I'm not an expert in international law. I do work at CARE Chicago, which is the Chicago office of the nation's largest Muslim advocacy group. And as their staff attorney, I have been seeing an influx of cases from Gaza trying to apply for asylum. And the reason why I'm bringing this up as relevancy is that one rule or one factor to obtaining asylum is you have to be able to show that you cannot internally relocate, right? And it's a key importance with people applying from Gaza because it's very difficult for Palestinians from the West Bank to get permits to enter 48, but it's even more difficult for Palestinians from Gaza to get permits to enter 48 or to even go to the West. If a Palestinian from the West Bank wants to move to Gaza, Israel will make it very easy for a Palestinian to do that. But it is very difficult, if not almost impossible, for a Palestinian from Gaza to move to the West Bank, which kind of, in a way, shows that Israel is intending Gaza to, in effect, be an open air prison, whereas it's very difficult to enter, even more difficult to leave. And that tells us, a lot that we need to know about Gaza. The second thing that is, interestingly enough, which I've noticed in law, is that in America, it's considered illegal to join a foreign army, yet we see tons of Jewish Americans joining the IDF. Earlier today, I was on Facebook and I even saw a case of like Ukrainian mercenaries that are now in Gaza, which I have to find it amusing considering that Ukraine is supposedly under occupation by Russia. Why anyone under occupation would support another occupation is amusing to me. It doesn't change the fact that for some reason, a lot of countries who may have laws against joining foreign armies somehow turn a blind eye when it comes to joining the Israeli army, even if it's just to fight as a mercenary. And, with those factors in line, considering that it's Gazans cannot internally relocate, they can't. Gaza, I live in Chicago, so Gaza is even smaller than the size of Chicago. If you're trying to apply for asylum, you have to show that you have fear that you'll be harmed or tortured if you'll be returned.
Yeah.
So Gaza, considering that Gaza is smaller than the size of Chicago, if someone was trying to kill you in Gaza, you're pretty easy to find considering how small of an enclave it is. It's mind-boggling to me that the West does not consider, even though it is true that Israel has broken every human rights violation out there, it's mind-boggling to me that Israel is able to get away with being the one place people from can join if they're not from that country to join their army. And two, the fact that Gaza is literally an open air prison makes it ironically easier for Gazans to apply for asylum based on the fact that they can't relocate to 48 or the West Bank. If you try to apply for asylum from another country, you have to show why you can't move to another part. Well, if you're from Gaza, you can't move to another part of Palestine. You're stuck there. So where I was getting, with that when it comes to the genocide factor of this is it's the mind-boggling question that we're all wondering is why Israel has not been brought to the ICC yet. We saw the cases with the Bosnian genocide. We saw the case with the Rwandan genocide. But the question is why no formal charges have been brought against Israel under similar circumstances.